This video is a brief introduction of Chemistry for Engineers Laboratory. This course is a one-unit laboratory. Its co-requisite is Chem-E or Chemistry for Engineers lecture. The class hours for this lab subject is very flexible since most of the modules and virtual simulations are accessible 24 hours, 7 days a week because the delivery is online distance learning. I am your instructor for this course. I am Engineer Josephet G. Masaway. My nickname is Joe. You may send emails through this email address jgmasaway at uc-bcf.edu.ph. This course provides students with core concepts of chemistry that are important in the practice of engineering profession. A fundamental virtual laboratory course designed to relate and apply the principles and theories in chemistry to engineering practices. It is a combination of experimental and calculations laboratory. These students must learn the basic concepts of material chemistry to engineering design of structures, to have at least basic backgrounds of general knowledge on energy, fuels, engineered nanomaterials, nuclear chemistry, and energy, the chemistry of soil, atmosphere, water, and chemical safety in the industry. The course has three main modules. For the midterms, the coverage of the midterms are modules 1 and 2. Energy and engineering materials chemistry are materials science. For the first module, it has three activities. The following are experiments 1, calorimetry. Your second experiment will be heat of combustion. And the first activity is nuclear reaction binding energy and rates of decay. You're going to perform online simulation activities which are graded for your CS. Your second module is all about material science. It encompasses experiments 3 and 4. Experiments 3, metals and some aspects of corrosion. For the fourth experiment, mechanical properties of materials or strength of materials. And lastly, we have your second activity as crystal lattices and unit cells. You will be graded through your online simulation activities for the following three. Now, for the total CS for the midterms, it will encompass the following experiments 1, 2, activity 1, activity 2, and experiments 3 and 4. Your online midterm exam has a coverage of calculations regarding the first, second experiment, third and fourth experiments, and activities 1 and 2. Now let's proceed with the final term. The final term has only a single main module, but you're going to perform 4 activities, 3 experiments, and the third activity. The fifth experiment is all about the properties of water and its purification, or water, its properties and purification. The sixth experiment is all about determination of dissolved oxygen of water. And the seventh experiment is all about cigarettes, smoking, and air pollution. The last activity for this course is community immersion, care for the environment. For experiments 5 and 6, you're going to perform online simulation activities. And for experiment 7 and activity 3, you're going to have research work. Your online final exam is cover to cover, so the coverage of your online final exam will start from the calculations of experiments 1, 2, 3, and 4, calculations of activities 1 and 2, and objective parts of experiments 5, 6, 7, and the third activity. Now let's go to your grading system. The University of the Cordilleras College of Engineering and Architecture uses a separate software to calculate your grades. For the midterm raw score, 50% of midterm CS plus 50% of midterm exam will be transmuted to your midterm grade. Final raw score encompasses 50% of your total final CS or online activities and research work plus 50% of cover to cover final exam. And then to get now your final score, you're just going to add midterm raw score and final raw score and divide it with 2 or 50% of raw score plus 50% of the final raw score. I mean 50% of the midterm raw score plus 50% of the final raw score. Now, whatever value we get here will be transmuted to a grades or equivalent final grades. Take note, a student must have 60% passing CS mark and 60% passing exam mark for midterm and final scores to be transmitted to 75 grade. Say for example, you got a final score of 60, automatically it will be transmuted to 75. Below 60, say for example, 57, 58, 59, the transmuted equivalent grade for a final score of that range, 57 to 59.9, is 74. So automatically you will be marked incomplete. You have to retake what part of the activity or exam you failed until you pass this course. Now let's proceed to our front page or home page. Let's click Instructor's Profile. I am your instructor for this course. I am Engineer Joseph at Jimasaway. I am a licensed chemical engineer. And currently, I am taking up my Master's of Engineering in Chemical Engineering at St. Louis University. My areas of interest are chemical process engineering, arts and graphics design, web design, programming, painting, and business ideas encompassing stock markets, franchising, and cryptocurrency. Now let's go back to our front page. Let's go to our learning modules. On this page, you're going to see various thread for your modules, virtual simulation and experiments, and lastly, your midterm and final exam. Now that ends my presentation. Thank you for watching.